is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is. It is a terrific Thursday. A little different this week. Why not kick it up a notch? We have Holly Thompson as my co-host and my guest this morning. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
Your future's so bright you got to wear shades. Holly is in neon. If I dim the lights, she's going to glow.
Oh wait, I haven't showed you this yet. Look
no,
at the hat.
your hat glows. Okay,
yes.
Get out of here. Okay.
3 different
Now I'm
settings.
totally jealous. And it even blinks. It
Yeah.
blinks. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. That is so exciting. You need to just wear that down the halls and that blinking.
Yeah.
Everybody will love that. That is great. That is great. Holly is dressed apropos, and today is national, or what do you do?
Today is Neon Day.
Neon.
And it's our 4th day of National Nursing Home Week. So
Okay.
today is Neon Day.
All right, we're going to talk about that. And of course, what's your favorite neon color?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm looking at your shirt because there's so many different colors right there.
Well, in this, like,
that's a party. That's right there. The shirt's a party. Your blouse is a party.
I had to get a new neon shirt this year because last year for Neon Day we did silly string, and the silly string didn't all come out. So I had to get a different shirt this year, which is okay. But it doesn't have the true neon green in it that I really love. I love neon green, so I'm going to choose neon green. But I love the neon pinks too, so.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with neon green. How about that?
Okay. Well, and I love the orange.
Yes.
And I love
the
and green.
mhm.
Man, green is so popular this
Yes.
year. Green is just like, but then orange is like, I've a lot of orange.
Yes.
But you can't hardly go wrong with that pink.
No.
That pink just pops.
No, that's right.
Yeah, it just looks so good.
And I think that's why I chose the pink hat.
Did you have options on the hats?
I did. I did have options on the colors of the hats.
Okay. Well, I think you made the wise choice because it really looks good on you.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm digging your outfit over there. I feel so out of it. I feel like you're so much more. You're very bright today. Very, very bright.
Very bright.
Very bright.
Got all the colors going on.
Love that. All right, let's thank our sponsors this morning.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Pearlie Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting. Thank you, sponsors.
All right, thank you to our great sponsors. Today is the 16th day of May, and today is Brown Bag It Thursday. You ever bring just a brown bag or a lunch box or
I'll brown bag it or bring. I brought lunch to work. Sometimes we do crock pot lunches. I'll bring it in for all the department heads, and we do crock pot lunches or different pitches in. But I like. I used to love the little brown bag lunches that you got at school when you went on field trips.
Oh, You,
I love
and,
those.
and wasn't it fun because you never knew what was going to be inside?
Yes.
Wasn't it exciting to
Mhm.
see?
Yes, love those.
And I'm going to just real quick. I'm going to go squirrel. I'm going to go off the beaten path for a second. Salem School Corporation announced Monday that all 3 schools, elementary, middle, and high school, all the children are going to eat free.
That's a wonderful
Holly, I about
news.
cried. I mean, I just love that because you know very good and well. I mean, the children can't do math or English or whatever on a hungry stomach. You know what I mean? And you know that's a lot for families.
Yep.
And we all know groceries, and that's just one thing that we can, one more thing that we can offer. And I'm so proud of our cafeteria, and all that they do, and so I'm so happy that it's going to be free meals for all of our
That's
children.
great. I miss sometimes my cafeteria ladies' meals. Some of them were like they do a great job. They do a great job.
Yeah, and they have to be very creative, and they're doing for a large group. You know what I mean? And I think we have a wonderful actually who heads it up. Her name's Karen Lipke, and she does a great job, and her team. And all of them, I don't want to leave any of them out, so I won't start naming, but they do a great job. And she just announced it Monday, and she'd been working on trying to get all 3 schools, and I love that so much. So what am I saying? Salem schools, from the elementary to the middle to the high school, Salem School Corporations.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm very happy about that.
Yes.
So that was very exciting. So if I was going to fix you a brown bag, or here, like you fix me a brown bag, what would you put in my brown bag there, Holly?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's a win. Okay, love that. Okay, what else? I've got to have a little bit more. I want something else.
Well, maybe I really like sugar snap peas.
Okay.
I know that's random.
Okay, this is the bag for Becky. Okay.
Well, let's just do peanut butter.
I'm not even mad about that though.
Well, because you can also do like celery and peanut butter. I really like celery and peanut butter too, in a brown bag because you can get the little peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Bag of chips. Maybe something to drink. Brownie.
Yay.
Yay. Just whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think. I think. Let me pack yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yours is gonna be delicious. I can tell it already.
Oh, I hope it is. Okay. BOLOGNA.
Oh,
I want to make you a bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
Bologna and cheese. You can't beat a good bologna and cheese sandwich, right?
Yeah. You just have to be careful though, because I guess I'm still thinking field trip.
Okay,
right?
We're gonna go far.
I'm
Okay.
still thinking field trip, so we have to be safe.
All right. Okay. Well, I wasn't thinking that far. I was thinking, and I want to cut it really fun. I'm gonna cut it like in half.
Will you take my crust off for me?
I will. I would love to do that.
I don't eat crust.
I would love to do that. I'll peel your crust off, and then I'll cut it really fun.
I'm so excited.
And then I'm gonna put like regular potato chips, like like
the Lay's plain
potato chips.
Yes.
With them. Then and then I'm gonna pick you a banana.
Yes.
And maybe I will do something sweet. I'll put you a Hershey Kiss.
Oh, that'd be a great lunch.
And then I'll put on it, have the best day ever.
That'd be a
on
great
your bag.
lunch.
There you go.
I used to, when the girls were small, I used to get these cutting sets. And so I'd make their sandwiches, and I could cut them in all kinds of cute shapes.
Yeah.
And had the little cute bowls that made look like the Mickey Mouse head that I'd put like their vegetables or their fruits in and stuff.
Cute.
So it kind of made their lunch a little fun.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah. I always like to do that little extra, you know. But then my girls, as they got older, they liked eating the school food, which worked out well.
Mine too.
So that worked out nice. So then we still talk about some of the different meals. They were so good,
They are good. Yes.
So anyway, I think it's fun, and little brown bags are just cute as a button when you decorate them and make them. So anyway, brown bag Thursday.
I miss the old-fashioned lunch boxes.
Oh my goodness, we had really cool ones, didn't we?
Yes.
I'm really sad that some of the kids don't get those, right?
I know.
I had this cool Scooby-Doo.
I
had, there's some cool Star Wars.
Kiss.
Oh, I know the Kiss one, yeah.
Kiss. Yep.
Yeah, love that, love
But
that.
they were just so cute in the way they had their thermos in there with
And when
it.
you open them up and they had the thermos,
Yes.
it's like, and I didn't even care to take my lunch. I just wanted that lunchbox. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And then you open. Okay, hang on. Do you remember this? Remember the smell when you open up the lunchbox?
Yes.
That smell.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you talk about childhood memories.
Unforgettable
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah. Just the
Because
smell.
you can't explain it.
No.
You can't explain the smell.
And there's not a candle.
No. No, there's not. No. Mm-mm.
So you just have to bring it on. You know what I mean?
But I also look forward to, in elementary school, milk time.
Oh.
When they would bring the milk to the classrooms,
Yes.
and everybody got the little carton of milk.
Yeah.
Like, we thought we were getting $1 million in that carton of milk. Like,
I know.
it was just,
Big
I love
deal.
that.
Big deal.
Yeah.
And my dad always wanted me to get the white milk over the chocolate milk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm a chocolate milk person.
Well, I do like it, but I was afraid that for some reason he'd find out. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
yeah.
I always get the white milk. You know what I mean? But I do love the chocolate milk too. Yeah, yeah. I wish, I don't think that anybody would have reported me.
No, I don't.
So I think I should have just went ahead and, you know what I mean, and got the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, the milk time and yeah.
It was
all good.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Great memories.
Great memories for sure. All right, so Brown Bag Thursday today is Global Accessibility Awareness Day.
That's
And
a mouthful.
That is. And that is accessibility, it shows a wheelchair and then it shows a bunch of stairs.
Uh-huh.
I think we've come a long way, don't you?
Long way. We still have a long way to go, though.
Well, I'm with you 100%. And I'm still a little confused at, and I like some stores or places that do not have the button to push.
Right.
And there's, and even a stroller, if you have a baby stroller,
Yes.
I mean, it's difficult to try to open that. You have to use your foot to hold the door open and then push through, which is, and you think about in a wheelchair, if they were by themselves, trying to get in the door, which I've seen that. And I always tried to help, or like a mom or a dad that's got 2 or 3 kids in their arms,
Right.
or something,
Right.
somebody, it's hard to get that door open.
It is.
And I do have, I'm really shocked at that, Holly. That really surprises me. Some stores and places that I would have thought would have had that.
I agree. I really like it when they have the mats that you can just roll on. That is even easier to
Yes.
me,
Yeah.
But there's still a long way to go with that.
I agree. Even, I'm glad you brought that up because that is true.
Yeah, because there's still places that they can't go because there's not accessibility for them.
Yeah. Or they have to, how do they get in there? You know what I mean? Try to,
Right.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then, trying to open the door and try to wheel through. I've seen this happen.
Yes.
And it's,
Yes.
and I think that if you see somebody, even a parent or a grandparent, somebody with a bunch of things in their, or children or items maybe in their hands, always try to help, boxes or something, you know what I mean? Try to help them out. A lot of times we'll just watch, but let's help them out. Jump in front of them and help them out.
I really like to see when they have the public fishing places,
Yeah.
when they have a wheelchair accessible ramp, because I don't know, it's just so important. I mean, getting into nature, these people, there's some people that love to fish or love to do whatever they want to do, and I think it's important
Exactly.
so that they have the same options that we have.
I agree.
Or similar options.
I agree 100% on that. So I think that's very good. Good point for sure. So global accessibility awareness, just and I think being aware, and I think that hopefully that people will hopefully bring awareness to this so that we can work on this.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think it needs improvement. Hummus day. Like hummus?
I sometimes. My mother loves it. I bought it for her, and she likes all the different flavors. It's a sometimes for me.
Yeah, me too. I like it. Let's see here. International Day of Light. We had a lot of fog today. There goes.
Oh my gosh.
They're dumping over there.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
And I think that they can hear that on the radio. If you hear that there's construction going on around us here. Yeah.
It sounds like the roof is falling.
if
Something coming into the wall.
Yeah. Remember what's those big, the big wrecking ball?
Yes,
I see Miley Cyrus coming through on a big wrecking ball through our window. I'm gonna.
I jump every time it bangs like that.
Holly, if Miley Cyrus is on a wrecking ball that comes through our window, we're gonna jump on, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna jump
We
on
can
that wrecking
sing
ball.
with her.
That's exactly right. You came in like a wrecking ball.
That's right.
We're gonna go out
We're
with a
gonna do
wrecking
it.
ball. That's exactly right. Yeah, we can buy our own flowers, right?
Absolutely.
Write our name in the sand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. International Day of the Light. So we are gonna get some sunshine, I hope. Yeah, today. So good. Good.
There's a little fog this morning, but it's clear now.
My plants are so happy.
Oh yes.
With this rain and all of this going on, they're just like. They're just out there so happy. I'm glad someone's happy about all that rain.
Our plants are.
Yeah, they are.
My flowers are beautiful. My vegetables are growing.
Yes.
I'm growing, I know this sounds strange, but I'm growing potatoes in buckets this year to try that.
Yeah.
And they're thriving. They're thriving. So.
I have seen more raised beds. You know, I know several that are doing, like, I've seen some with the wooden ones. I've seen some with metal. So I'm anxious to see how and they're doing great. They're thriving, like you said. And buckets. So did you just get the big buckets?
So they're actually cat litter buckets. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? The Girl Scout way. So they're
Look
actually,
at you.
Actually,
you are just showing everybody up today. You're on point.
No,
Look at you. Yes, you are.
They're cat litter buckets, and
Have they been previous used?
Yes.
Okay.
They've been cleaned thoroughly. Okay.
Well, that cat litter would be good, right?
Yeah,
Fertilizer.
great drainage, right?
Yeah.
But we drilled holes at the bottom, and I seen it on a TikTok. Okay,
I love those.
It's a TikTok experiment that I'm trying. But we drilled holes in the bottom, and we put some dirt at the bottom, and then we planted our seed to make potatoes, and then covered them up with dirt. And as they grew through the dirt, I added more dirt. So it's like hilling, right? You know how you're supposed to plant your potatoes in the hill?
Yeah.
So every time they grew through the dirt, I put more dirt on them until they got to the top of the bucket, and then I stopped. So the goal is you're supposed to get like this bucket full of potatoes. So we're going to see.
I
it's
love
an experiment. We're trying.
Yeah. No, why not, right? Yeah.
And if it works this year, I told my husband we are collecting more buckets through the winter, and we're going to have more potato buckets.
Love that.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I thought about I need to get on the bandwagon if I am. I thought about doing some tomatoes. I haven't done it, but I thought about that. But because I get kind of needy. Anybody got any tomatoes? Anybody got any tomatoes?
Well, if you're going to do it now, go get you some big plants, because you know
that's what I'm gonna
the
do.
goal always is to have a red tomato by the 4th of July.
Oh my goodness! Look at you. Okay, no pressure over here.
No
But you know what? Sometimes you can go over to Walmart and they'll have them
Yes.
and there's a tomato already started, like a green one.
Yes.
I buy those.
Yes.
And look at me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So see, you can do that.
Yeah. I've done tomatoes. I did a really cool. I haven't done it in a while, but I took tomatoes and put them in the middle of a big container, and then around them I put marigolds.
Yes.
And you had that orange and then that red, and they're beautiful. And
plus the marigolds keep the little
insects away.
from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I got tomatoes and growing, 2 types of tomatoes growing, and 3 types of peppers, and some giant pumpkins. Like, what a choice there, huh?
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be happy with pumpkin. Now, my pumpkins, every time I've done pumpkins, they always come early before, they always come before October. Like, you know what I mean? Like, mine always, like, for some reason, they always, like, ready to come up and ripe. And so I always have earlier pumpkins. Like, I want them to last till October, but sometimes, you know.
Well, these are giant like, they're not the big giant, but they're like larger pumpkins, and we just want to we're experimenting with those too this year to see how they do.
And you know, you can't grow a pumpkin like I'm trying to remember, we tried to have one for June or July. You can't grow a pumpkin, like, if it's not the season of pumpkins, you can't grow a pumpkin. It's almost like this is what I was explaining. It's like a God thing that, like, the pumpkins will not, like, you can get the vines, but the actual pumpkin, what do you call it, the balloon, or what do they call them? They call them
the fruit.
I don't know. There's like anyway, when it balloons or makes a little. Everybody's hollering at the radio right now. Look at my hands. I'm making it with my hands.
Making a balloon
with my hands. Anyway, the bloom will not bloom. It will not go into a pumpkin. And because we were going to have pumpkins for one of my daughter's wedding, and so, like, I looked everywhere to try to figure out. I watched every video. I did everything I could do to find out how to grow a pumpkin off season. And there was an older lady told me it doesn't happen. You can't do it. You'll get the vines. So what I did was I got the vines. I grew several vines, and then I used them and then had to get the fake pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
But I did have the
That's
beautiful
interesting, though.
beautiful vines. I know it's so cool how if you watch and see how everything works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the purpose and the way things go, it's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So whether, like, now that I say that, this was years ago, whether they've come up with a way of doing, you know, and everything changes, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
who knows, Disney maybe has pumpkins that grow in December. I don't know. I always stand to be corrected. Believe me, I'm very much corrected a lot, okay? And I am okay with that, okay?
Yeah.
I don't have to win on that. I'm just saying that was what my experience, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it has been a few years ago. So maybe now, who knows, right?
Who knows? Things are always changing.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes, and it seems like if you say one thing, it's the other thing.
Right.
So.
They're gonna be like, "Where'd you get your information from?"
Yeah.
Well, it's what it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I thought it was still the same way.
But I do say the Old Farmer's Almanac is accurate.
Yes.
And I do think you can learn a lot. You know what I mean? And I think that you get some of the farmers or people that have done farming for years and planting and know that you can't beat that knowledge.
I really wish I had their green thumbs.
Oh.
I really wish I did.
I think it's an art, and I think it just comes in time. I think just kept working, you know what I mean? Like, I can remind, today was my mom's birthday, would have been.
Oh.
And she passed away when she was young. And so I did not, and this is, I'm not, because everybody's got a story.
Yep.
And I've been very blessed, so I don't want to take that. But I didn't learn all that I needed to learn about flowers because I didn't think about that before she passed, you know. And she was real good with roses. Roses were her things. So, like, I've had to learn, you know what I mean? But I've had a lot of great mentors, and I've had a lot of great ladies in my life that's helped, you know what I mean? And men that know, like, how flowers and stuff. I've had to learn that, you know. And that's been kind of it's been fun. And, you know what I mean? I'm by no means am I an expert, and by no means am I anybody to give advice. But
it just frustrates because I love flowers. I love plants. I love their beauty. I love what they produce. I love them. I would have a whole greenhouse if I could, but I'm lucky to keep a cactus alive some days. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't have somebody helping me, like, I have a brown thumb. I
don't believe that. But, well, I think time too. You have to have time, you know. Yeah. So I got those plants.
I think I love them too much, so I don't know if I give them. I don't know.
I love him and hug him and call him George.
Yes, and then I squeeze them out. You know. And then,
we need a friend. We need some air. Your plants are needing air.
Like, you're drowning me. Quit watering.
You need some water. You eat, I eat.
Like, okay, I'll go a month and I won't water you then. How about that?
Sometimes I think they were happier. I know. It's hard. It's very difficult.
It is.
The struggle is real. I get
so
it.
I appreciate those with the green thumbs.
I agree. Yes,
really
hats off to them. Yes. Love a tree day. What's your favorite kind of tree?
Oak.
Ooh, the oak tree. Yeah.
I love all trees, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
But I think the oak tree, just tall and strong.
Oh, love that.
Tall and strong.
Yeah. I think have you seen it's called like the quaking aspen. It's like a white tree. It's really pretty. It kind of like moves, like when the wind moves.
Really?
It's beautiful. I love that. The Bradford pear, but the Bradford pear is really, like, I heard a really bad, like, that people are really downing it right now because they're so fragile.
They are.
And we have so much wind that, like, and they're kind of, I don't know. I don't really want to hear this because the Bradford pears are gorgeous.
They're beautiful.
Especially in the spring when they're showing themselves, you know.
Yes.
But they're just so fragile. I want to say fragile.
Fragile.
Fragile that you, like, a lot of people are really downing them right now.
Right.
So I think you have trouble with that. I love the willow tree. And my grandparents had the biggest willow tree, and, like, you could actually tie the whatever the willows is.
The willow. Like the branches.
Am I being correct? The branches. The willow branches. How about that?
How about that? That's great.
You could tie them together and make like a swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's how cool. Yeah.
Well, last year, for some reason, I was looking for a willow. I needed a willow branch for something. I can't even remember what it was. And I kept looking and looking, asking people, do you all know where a willow? No. So I'm sitting on my back porch one day, right? And I have a plant identifier on my phone. And, because when I'm out in the woods or whatever, I want to be able to identify what I'm looking at.
After the show, I'm going to stand out in the parking lot, and I'm going to actually put my hands up like a tree, and I'm going to have you see if what your phone identifies me as.
I have a plant identifier. I have a bird. Is it a bird?
A bird identifier. Yeah.
And then a rock identifier.
Okay, we're going to mess with your phone.
Okay.
I'm going to see what.
Okay. But I was sitting on my back porch, and in the back part where it goes into the woods, it's sort of like swampy. I call it my nature's reserve or whatever it is, because it's got water, it's got plants, but anyway, I'm looking at this tree and I'm like, well, wonder what that tree is. So I get my plant identifier. It's a black willow. I'm like, really? I've been looking everywhere, and it's right here in my
It's right here. Here she blows. Right now.
But it's not the weeping willows like what most people think of with the willows. This one was a black willow.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I love I love a good pine tree.
Oh, yes.
Love the pine trees.
Yes.
Got several of those. Love
Yes.
those. Yeah.
Yes.
And they give me little pine cones that I can decorate with.
Cones that come
I
off
decorate
of it.
with those. Yeah.
I've been at traveling. I remember, was it last year, 2 years ago? I think I was traveling down south, and we stopped in Alabama to spend the night in Alabama. I think it was Birmingham, Alabama. And of course, we were walking the dogs outside. Right. I found the biggest, most beautiful pine cones.
Oh, that's cool.
Out there, and I'm like, look, and I'm like collecting pine cones.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
At this hotel, but they were beautiful pine cones. Beautiful.
Oh
pine
yeah,
cones.
they're so pretty. Well, like right now, the tree, like all these little buds that are going to be pine cones.
Yes.
And I've got I can't even tell you how many. It's just it's so cool. So love a tree day. Love trees. I love a good
Spend
shade
time in
tree.
nature today. Spend some time in nature.
I think
today.
that's what it's telling us.
Hug a tree.
Bringing a brown bag.
Yes, brown bag it under the tree.
Love it. National Barbecue Day. There we go.
There we go.
Ooh. What's your favorite thing on the barbecue? On the grill?
Oh my goodness. Steak.
Yeah. I love that.
Steak.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No, but I like hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken, and anything on the barbecue can't be bad, right?
I know. Yep. I love that. I'm with you. Anything.
Mm-hmm. Anything on the barbecue.
Anything. Yeah. I like to do pineapple too.
Brisket.
Oh, a brisket. Giddy up. Yeah.
Corn.
Aw.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Watch
me. Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
More. Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
National Check Your Wipers Day. It is a good day. Your windshield wipers. I always forget, and then whenever it rains, I remember.
Yes.
Is the struggle real on that?
It was a year or two ago. I can't remember. It was whenever I got this current car that I have, and the wipers weren't so hot on it, I guess, when I got it. And I'm driving back from Bloomington area home, and it's pouring down rain. And my left wiper shield just starts going up.
Ooh.
Up.
Oh, there she goes.
And so I finally had to just drive without windshield wipers so I could see better.
Oh.
So it was a struggle till I got to a place that I could get a windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this
And and I did learn something though when the gentleman changed my wipers. There's a little dot on the wipers that kind of indicate when they should be changed for you. Yeah.
Never heard about the dot.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked about the dot.
Yeah.
Well, this is new news.
Because I am not a mechanic.
No.
By any form, means.
Right.
Don't want to be.
Yeah.
Don't pretend to be.
Yeah.
They
are special people that can do this, and they have a set of skills.
Yes.
I do not have.
My dad and stepdad in my early 20s, they taught me how to change my oil. They taught me how to change a tire, but I can't do it.
I just can't.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do it. National Rescue a Horse Day. Love that. Yeah.
Horses are such beautiful.
They're
animals.
beautiful. I went riding the other day, and it's just so much fun. Oh, love it.
That's awesome.
National Mimosas Day.
Heck yeah.
Giddy up, right?
Giddy up on that horse.
Yeah.
Sitting under the tree.
With a brown bag with your mimosas. Yeah. Park the horse.
Get your little picnic basket with your picnic, brown bag on one side and some mimosa in a thermos, and ride that horse out to the tree and sit under it.
Let the horse. Yeah, the horse will enjoy it too, right?
Yeah.
All the green grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
National Notebook Day. Oh, you love notebooks. You're
You
Miss
know.
Office Supply too.
You know.
2024 over here, Miss Office Supply. If I was to give you a crown, I would give you a crown. 2024 Office Supply. Holly, I get excited like there's like a shoe department. Holly gets excited in the office supply department.
Paper,
Holly,
pens, pencils, crayons. Like, I don't care. Office supplies. It's funny because when I go to big meetings, you know, we are the generation of computers right now, right?
Yeah, sure.
So nobody brings paper and pen anymore. They bring their laptop
Yeah.
or their little whatever electronic
Right.
notebook they're bringing, and they're taking their little notes in the meeting.
yeah.
Does Holly bring her computer? No. What
No.
does Holly bring? Her notebook and
I-
her pen and a pencil and a highlighter and a few extra in case one of those runs out.
But see, okay, in a meeting, I would be watching you because I would love that. You know what I mean? And don't think that when somebody asks, does anybody have a pen or
Of course.
Yeah, she does.
Of course.
Of course she does. Yeah. Has anybody got any paper? Yeah, she does.
Yes.
Look at that. You
Like,
got it all covered.
You don't have it? What
Yeah.
do you mean you don't have paper and
I
pen?
love that. No, that's great.
That's the old school me, though.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Everything was handwritten, you know. And
Well, remember even like I love whiteout. I mean,
Oh.
my dad used to say we drank it because we always use white on our typing, everything. He
Yes.
goes, "Are you drinking that whiteout?"
I was so excited when the dry line
Yeah.
whiteout came out
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, you don't have to wait for it to dry.
Dry.
It-
Can you imagine? Do you remember taking like and trying to air dry
Air
the
dry
the
it,
whiteout?
and
That was a struggle.
sometimes-
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes when it got too like clumpy, you'd have like you're typing over like Rockies Mountains.
Oh,
white and white out.
completely. I know all about that. Yeah.
Or the old Xerox machines
Oh.
where I used to work in the office for one of the periods up at the school. And so I had to change out whatever that
I
drum thing was.
did
And my
that.
hands would like be blue,
Oh.
purple. And we thought that was high society having that
Mhm.
copy machine that we had there, you know. And but my parents were accountants, and like I remember back in the 70s and 80s, like everything was handwritten.
Mhm.
Everything was
Sure.
handwritten, and they had these like ledgers and everything.
Oh yeah.
They had the little pencils. Like, I love their pencil sharpeners. I love to sharpen a pencil on an old-fashioned pencil sharpener. I still miss those that
I
you
know.
grind.
I know. Yeah.
When we got the electric one, I'm like, wow, I can sharpen pencils all day,
Day
long
long.
now.
Give me pencils. Anybody need
Right?
their pencil sharpened?
But everything was paper, so their desk would just be all paper, you know.
Mhm.
And then I remember when the very first computer, Apple computer, came out, and you know, it had like the green letters or whatever. It was like this little bitty screen. But I mean, you know, our generation is one of the last to remember us without
Yeah.
computers. You
Yeah.
know?
Exactly.
But yeah, sorry, I just sidetracked myself.
No.
But office supplies, who doesn't love them?
Love them. Love
And
them.
I loved them because I was raised in an accountant's family.
Oh yeah.
And so when I'd go stay at their office because school
Sure.
was out or I was sick or whatever, Mom would hand me office supplies. Here, go play with these.
Yeah. Oh
You know?
yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Oh my
Sure.
goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. I
See, you get me
completely.
excited.
No, I
over
get it. I
office
get it.
supplies.
No, absolutely. It's all
Yeah.
good. All good.
Mhm.
National Piercing Day.
Well, I have my ears pierced.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I actually got my ear pierced in New York, and it was so funny. We were trying to find, like, what's it called? What's the saltwater? It's called. Is it? I'm afraid I'm going to say it wrong because we started saying it stupidly. Is it? I can't say. Is it saline or?
Saline solution?
Yeah, saline solution. And I remember just hollering, "Saline, we need saline." I remember in New York, it was kind of but National Piercing Day. Okay.
I just can't handle, you know, I had my first set of piercings when I was fairly young. And then I got a second set
Yeah.
later on. And then like 5 years ago, I tried to be cool and get like 3 piercings up in the top cartilage. And I thought I was going to pass out over the piercings. And I couldn't do it.
Well,
I couldn't do it.
That up there, the cartilage up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to be very careful
Mm-hmm.
because that can be like a dangerous.
When I got it down at a very reputable
Right? No,
shop
no, no.
that, you know, like
not the streets of New York.
No, not the street. No, no. I think they were the streets of Savannah. They hurt so bad, and
Yeah.
then I lay on my side or what.
Yeah.
And so I never could get used to them, so I finally just had to take them out.
So I had a daughter that like just wanted that done so bad for her birthday, the cartilage up here, you know.
Mhm.
And I mean, like, just begged and begged and begged. And sometimes, like, as parents, like, there's like some heels you want to die on, and sometimes you just you
Right.
let it. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know what I mean? Some things are just not worth it. So I thought, okay. So we went to go get it done, and when they talked about like the dangers, because if they don't hit it just right, you know,
Right.
it was so funny. I didn't have to even say a word. She jumped out of that chair and said, "Nope, not doing that." So that was a huge win for me. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think one of the more dangerous ones for possible infections or whatever. If I'm not a tattooer. I don't know, but the tongue.
Oh,
Like, oh my gosh.
I don't think mine stays still long
Oh
enough.
my gosh.
Do you think I could hold mine still long enough?
I couldn't hold mine still because I'd be jumping out of that chair like, no, you're not piercing my tongue.
Yeah,
No.
that's just not. Yeah,
No.
that's just not going.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. Ugh.
Okay. So, but for those that do, there you go.
You know what? Each to
yeah,
their own.
Absolutely.
Express yourself the way you want. I don't care. It's just not. I'm
Express
just saying it's not for
yourself.
me. Express yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not for me.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
can't handle it.
Right. National Sea Monkey Day. Do you remember the sea monkeys? Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
sea monkeys.
I know. And when mine would die, I would really be heartbroken
I
and be
know.
like, oh.
I know.
Right.
Now you make me want to get some sea
Yeah.
monkeys.
Also coming through my phone, you know, Red Lobster's closing a lot of their locations. Did you see that?
I had heard that, but I've not been able to.
It
read
just
into
came up
it
on my
yet.
phone. Several locations.
So
Financial struggles.
is the one in Clarksville closing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
Good.
think it's still. I think it's
Okay,
still
good.
going. I think that they've had some. Now I don't know. This is. Okay, I'm going to put a disclaimer. I am not. We need to talk to them. Maybe we should call them right now.
Yeah.
But it just came through on my phone again that they're closing several locations. I don't know, but I heard someone, and this could be maybe I shouldn't even say why. But like I know there's like financial. It said financial here in the story. But remember how they had all-you-can-eat shrimp? I
Yes.
think that. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. You know, it might have been.
Well, you know.
Could have been all those rolls that people eat. You can't beat those silly rolls.
The best.
They're just like.
The best. Like my husband has never been to Red Lobster, and I keep promising to take
Oh,
him.
you got to do that.
I'm not a seafood lover, right? So it's like to
You're
go
gonna
to
order chicken.
to go to a seafood restaurant. I'm like, isn't there another place we can eat? But I love their biscuits.
Yeah.
I love their biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
I've even made them at home because I love
Yeah,
them
they
so
do
much.
have them at home, and those aren't bad.
They're
Those are
not
good,
bad
yeah.
at all.
Yeah, they're
No.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to at least take him.
I
Yeah.
should.
You
Because I
can
thought
get
about
chicken.
that. I thought about that the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to take him in case ours
Yeah.
goes down. I don't
Yeah.
want that to happen.
Well, me too, and I'll eat the seafood. Yeah, because I do. I would just want to say I might have been the person that hurt that because I like the shrimp. Okay. Yeah, I could have been woo, woo, right over here.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
arrow points. But anyway, National Sea Monkey Day. Yes, I don't even know if you can buy sea monkeys anymore, but
You know, I've not seen them. I bet you could somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere's got to have them.
there used to be Apple's Drugs, and on the square in Salem. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so like on the back of my comic book, we always got like we could get a comic book or candy. So like every Sunday we'd always go, and I would pick one or the other. I kind of sometimes candy, sometimes comic book,
Mm-hmm.
and on the back of the comic book you could always send it in and get your sea monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought they were so cool.
Yeah. National Wear Purple for Peace Day.
Well,
You got purplish blue, kind of, but
I don't really have purple.
I don't
I
have
got
any-
everything else.
I don't
but-
have any purple eyes. Yeah, you do. You are I was trying to think of Pocahontas, the colors of the wind over
Yes,
there. I see.
yes.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like the wind.
It
Just
does.
wave
It's
my arms
blowing.
like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Very pretty. All right. So those are some holidays. Get out and enjoy. Andy Bush need some help out there for getting volunteers to help put out flags for the veterans' graves around the entire. Let me see if I can call him right now. And I'm just going to put him right here on the air. when you text me during coffee club, be prepared. You might get a phone call, because if they need volunteers, and that's something I feel like you have to really. I mean, if you need help, you have to let people know, right?
Right.
I'm a firm believer in that. We'll see. He might be with. Andy Bush does a great job for our veterans, and I want to make sure that we let our veterans know.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, he's obviously busy. Maybe he'll call me.
Yeah.
Call me. I'll put. So maybe he'll call during it. But the way I understand it, okay, which is awesome. So at the cemetery, Crown Hill, they put flags in like all of the veterans on all of the veterans' graves, and so but that takes a lot of time. So it looks like they're needing for the entire county, so even other graveyards
Oh, that
too.
is wonderful.
Yeah, so it could be graves around the county area, entire county, which I love. I'm so happy about that. Yes. So they're needing help for the flag. So
there are really a lot of old small cemeteries.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
When I was working on my genealogy a couple years ago, last year, whenever it was, and I was going and finding old family members' graves, right?
Right.
I never knew the graves in this county that there are.
Right.
The cemeteries that there are. And some of them are, like one of them that one of my family members is buried on, is like in the back of somebody's farm. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to get back there? Because you literally have to like drive a certain way, but you're on somebody's property. I'm like, I need permission from these people, but then how do I get back there? It's just amazing. Amazing.
It is. And I think that we need to, and I love honoring our veterans.
Yes.
And I think our county is fantastic at this.
Yes.
And I think, and I really, and I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
I think above and beyond we go, and I love that. And I think we should,
agree.
as we should.
As we should. For all that these veterans have done for us, our country, we owe them.
Holly, we sure do. We sure do. And that's why I'm so happy that we have a wonderful Veterans Affair. We have Andy Bush that does a great job. And I encourage any veteran or anybody that knows a veteran that needs help. Even, I don't care if you live in another county and you're hearing this, because we reach several counties. You still can, if you call, and Andy might not be able to help you, but he could help you, show you like what networking to help you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or give you ideas, and he would do that. You know what I mean? And I'm so happy that we have this, and I'm so happy that our county, this is important to our county.
Yes.
And this is, this is something that is needed, and we show that we needed it, and we also appreciate it so much. So this is, so he said he needs to put something out there for getting volunteers to help out and putting flags in all of our veterans' graves around the entire county.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and so I hope that we can get some volunteers, and we'll talk with Andy. But anyway, hopefully, maybe he'll call back before the end of the show. But these are things that, like, and I love that if you have a need, you have to express. Sometimes people don't know that.
You don't know what you don't know.
Right, and like sometimes, like after the fact, like someone will say something like on social media, like, there was no graves on this. Well, if there is a certain cemetery that's very passionate to you, and you have some very family members, maybe veterans, make sure that they know that.
Yes.
I always believe in using your voice. I'm a huge use your voice.
Yes.
And be proactive instead of after the fact.
Yes.
So so I think that's great. And we know that in cemeteries right now, I'm hearing a lot, but I think we've had so much, and of course right here in the Midwest, is southern Indiana area, the Kentuckiana area, we've had so much rain.
Oh yeah.
That it's been very hard to mow.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to you have to make sure you make time to mow.
Right.
Because it's hard to get it in, or the grass has been too wet, and I know that it's hard to keep up with it. And this happens every year in spring. And then whenever
it's just part of spring.
It's part of spring. Yeah, this is the time
really
when mowing's booming.
Yes.
And I heard I heard a lady the other day, and I get it. She was having trouble with her mower, and she's like, my lawn has got out of control, and it does that.
Well,
it's easy.
Our lawnmower broke the beginning. I think we got one mow in, and then the second mow, the lawnmower broke down, and so we had to send it to the shop to get it repaired. I have wonderful neighbors.
Oh no.
This couple, they mowed it for us for 2 weeks while the mower was in the shop. Like,
I'm loving
I
that.
was so appreciative of that, you know, because 2 weeks without mowing in the spring,
Oh.
it becomes a field.
Oh, absolutely. Your little doggies, you wouldn't even see them.
Right?
They would get lost.
Right. Well, the German Shepherd may not, but the Shih Tzu would.
Oh,
you
the
know?
little Shih Tzu would be like,
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, where is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see her hopping like a bunny, like, where are you?
Oh my God. Right here.
Yeah.
I watched the dog show last night. Did you watch that?
No, I
Did you ever watch the I don't know what they are, the canine dog show?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they had some little bitty, the poodle one. This poodle, you know how they cut poodles? Like their hair?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this was like one of those bigger, not the little bitty toy poodles, the regular standard.
The standard
So like
poodles.
I couldn't stop laughing. It's just so funny. Okay, so like, and anybody that has a poodle, I'm not knocking it, but like they shave the back of the legs.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then they look like their thighs just are like chunky. Okay. Then the tail they take it kind of raw, or not raw, but like shaved down, and then they like put a ball on top.
Yes.
Okay, now hang on. Then the back is like fluffy. Okay. Then hold on top of this poodle's head was I think it was a hairstyle I wore in high school.
Oh my
I think I had
gosh.
this hair, you know, because we always like, okay.
I probably had it in 5th grade.
Okay, but like in school, like you would like tease your head, hair, remember?
Uh-huh.
Like the higher the hair, the closer to God.
Uh-huh.
Just like the heels. The higher the heel, the closer to God.
Mm-hmm.
So like we would like tease we had big hair. Like, talk about a big hairband.
Yep. Well,
So-
it was tight perms, and you frizzed them out, and then you picked them out.
Oh my goodness, the
Yeah.
pick. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
It was like, yes. And that
Uh-huh.
pick would like, so like sometimes I would have like huge, like
Yes.
you couldn't even sit next to somebody.
Right.
It was so big, okay?
Mhm.
And then you hairspray all that down. You hairspray all that up, right?
Aquanet. Let's go.
That's what I said last night. I wish you would just sit there with me. Because I said, I wonder how much Aquanet that poodle has got under hair. But like this huge hair. So this is so funny. So when the poodle would look at its owner, or the trainer, or the guidance, the person that was guiding it, whatever, the handler, whatever.
There we go.
Okay, it had to tilt its head back. And I told Greg, I said, I'm not too sure that's not exactly the style that I wore. Tilt your head back to look up because of that over.
The massive amount.
Google it. I promise it was huge.
Yes.
And that poodle won. And I thought, victory for the 80s. That was a child.
That or the big wings.
Oh.
Like you had the wings that went on forever out your sides, and the top, like you took all your hair and stood it straight up and then put a little curl at the
That's
end
exactly
of it.
right. So, I did a little bit of modeling years ago. So we would take the blow dryer and you blow dry your sides.
Uh-huh.
And while you're blow drying, you spray it.
Yes.
So then it's like out there. Okay.
Yes.
Like out. Yes.
Mhm.
Every bit of that. And I showed that to my girls and I like, stop it. No. You can have wings.
Wings.
Wings. Yeah. So that, yes, we used to do that too.
80s big hair.
Oh my goodness. But I was just laughing at this poodle. I laughed. I could not stop. And then it won. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. But like every time it would look up, it would have to tilt its head back. Like when the handler would talk to it
Yes.
or give it a treat,
Yeah.
it would have to head its back up. And I kept thinking though, who did that hair?
Uh-huh.
I would have loved to watch that hair being done.
Right.
Because that was like, and it almost like had a, it was so big. It almost, almost like a, what do you call it? Like a shade over it. Like
Mhm.
it was so tall.
I mean, they truly are artists in grooming these
Holly,
dogs.
I give huge respect.
Yes,
I'm not.
yes.
I'm only laughing because I think I had that same hairstyle.
The same hairstyle.
Yeah.
I
So
get it.
I yes. No. I think somebody knew what they were doing. Oh, it's art completely.
It is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I would never be able to do that. Yeah.
No.
Like that. Yeah. It was art. Almost like a, what do you call it? Not a lip, but like an overhang. Like on it.
A shade.
A shade.
A visor.
A
A visor. A visor over there.
Tilt the head back. And I kept thinking its neck. You know what I mean? Like when it
Yeah.
tilted up to look at its owner,
Yeah.
it had to tilt back.
Poor little thing.
Like okay, like in high school when you talk to like a basketball guy and you have to look up. It's like,
And don't turn too quickly because you might bang somebody with
oh
those
no,
wings.
yeah. Oh, definitely. So so that was a blast from the past. But anyway, that was the
Like seriously, all the hair stands straight up almost around your entire face.
Oh, it is absolutely.
as
and it doesn't
thick
move.
as you can.
It doesn't move.
No,
it doesn't move.
It wasn't supposed to move.
No, and like you remember, I was cheerleading too, and like
Mhm.
I swear, like I could do flips, anything, and
Yeah.
and right there it would not move. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm. The 80s, baby. The 80s.
That Aquanet, that stuff is solid. That
It
is a
was.
concrete.
It
I don't know
was.
what they put in that, but keep doing it. You know what I
Keep
mean?
doing it.
Yeah.
That's right. That was the go-to hairspray.
Oh, so yeah. So it was So I did get to see that last night. I'm sorry I had to go down that, but Google it. You got to see that. It was a poodle. I'm not familiar with that breed. You know what I mean? Like the big standard poodles. I think they're beautiful.
They are.
And I've known people that have had them, and they're gorgeous. I'm just not.
It's not a dog I would ever want.
No, it's not my. Yeah.
No.
And they had like the Frenchies.
Mhm.
I think last year the Frenchie won, but this year the Frenchie it made like the top 10 or 20,
Mhm.
but it didn't win. But they were talking about that breed being really a good popular breed
Mhm.
right now.
Mhm.
I was trying to remember the other breeds. So I have the English Bulldog,
Right.
and then I have a Great Dane.
Mhm.
Neither one of them, but I was like, none of them are being represented at all because
Was
so
my
like-
German Shepherd or Shih Tzu being
Yes, oh, the
represented?
German Shepherd. Yeah, the German
Good.
Shepherd always looks good. Yeah.
Good.
The Shih Tzu was too. I think there was a Shih Tzu. Yeah, those are cool. Was
The-
the Maltese the long, like the
long
they were
one.
talking about how those were like bred. I think like okay, hang on, maybe I'm wrong, but like England or somewhere, and they were like a protective dog. That was really cool, and I think it'd be a lot
Was
to
the
keep up
Maltese
with.
from England?
Was it? It's like the longer hair. They showed it. Maybe it was from
Because
somewhere.
I thought the Maltese was more from
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
an Asian country. I can't remember the name. I thought the Maltese came from.
I thought it. But anyway, I thought it's cool
the
to watch.
Bichon. Am I pronouncing it right? The Bichon Frise.
Yeah, the Bichon. There was a
Those
Bichon in
are
there.
beautiful
They're
too.
well when
But
they're
I-
taken care of like that. Yeah.
Right. I would love to have one of those, but I could never upkeep.
The maintenance. Yeah, you'd have to high
right.
maintenance. Yeah.
Like my little Shih Tzu, getting him groomed out like every 3 months,
Oh.
like that's high maintenance for
Well,
me.
It is a lot. Yeah. Well, I watched it with my Great Dane, and my Great Dane, he was not impressed. He was like, so I was like, what do you think about the poodle? And he was like, you know what I mean? She'd be high maintenance. You know what I mean? I could not afford her. You
Right.
know what I mean? No, on your budget, you cannot afford her.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? Yeah. But so he was kind of watching it. You know what I mean? Kind of like looking like,
Mhm.
but no Great Danes or English Bulldogs. No.
Oh.
Well, English Bulldogs are kind of like it's their world. You just live in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Mhm.
they kind of do their own thing. So I kind of expect that. I have seen them in there though,
Mhm.
but not this time. But the Great Dane, they're so goofy. He's like totally his mind is like Scooby Doo. You know what I mean? So I don't really know that he would even. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It would be everything's play.
Yeah.
Which
Mhm.
he's so refreshing for me because he's always about play. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love that. But anyway, it's fun to watch. I like to watch them and
Mhm,
see
mhm.
what dogs come out. And
I like the Puppy Bowl before the Super
Puppy
Bowl.
Bowl is fantastic. Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
But you have to give a huge respect for all of the work that goes into this.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
And getting them to sit and
the time to. Oh yes.
Yeah, and I did have years ago. I had an England sheepdog, and I
Mm-hmm.
love the England sheepdog. But now that's high maintenance too, to make sure
Oh,
that you
yeah, I
shear.
bet.
You have to. I had to get like, well, I actually just got like sheep shearers,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
you have to shear them. You know, so
Mhm,
it's a lot of. But they're beautiful,
Yes.
and they're fantastic. They're wonderful
Yes.
dogs.
Yes, they
Good
are.
breed, but yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right, now we're going to switch gears. Okay, a town in Ohio, which is just to the east of us, okay, is being plagued, and I haven't read this before, with people leaving thousands of dollars in public bathrooms.
What?
Okay, we're going to take a road trip.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let's find out. There's a town in Ohio called Marysville. There's
That
a
name
Marysville,
sounds
Indiana.
familiar.
There's
Okay,
a
maybe I'm
Marysville,
thinking of
Indiana. We have
Indiana.
But
Okay.
this is Ohio.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's like northern Ohio. I don't know. I'm not really. But anyway, Marysville, Ohio, which is getting some press for the money they put in their public restrooms. There's nothing special about it, but the money is literal cash. It's cash. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. A couple weeks ago, more than $25,000 was found in a public bathroom in a theater of a performing arts venue in Marysville. Less than a week later, more than $12,000 was found in a public bathroom at a KFC, also in the same town. The police say the cash was hidden in both cases, so it wasn't left there accidentally. In the theater, the bills were in multiple individual stall trash cans. So the bills were in multiple individual stall trash cans. So were they in the trash cans? In the theater, the bills were in multiple individual stall trash cans. So
like each bathroom stall has its own bathroom. So they were in each of those bathroom trash cans?
Ooh.
The stall bathroom trash cans?
Holly, think about some of the things that you've seen in those.
I wouldn't be looking, to be quite honest.
Would you? But I would have to.
Much.
You'd have to grab the money, right? I mean, you would. Yeah. Right.
So Marysville is more on the eastern part of the state, like you're going towards Wheeling, West Virginia, or Pittsburgh. So
we just came through there probably.
Like, so here's Columbus, and then you head towards Marysville before Pittsburgh. Okay. So sorry, I had to look it up.
No,
that's how my brain
we need to take a
works.
road trip.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Yeah.
We're going to do the coffee club on the road. Let's see, the money, and also in the KFC, the money was banned up inside the tanks of several toilets. Okay, how do you know to look in it? Well, it'd be the cleaner, the person, the custodian would be the person that would find that. Well, what a blessing then.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so both stashes of money were found by employees of their own businesses. Well, there you go. Naturally, the cops believe the two cases are connected, but they don't know how, and they don't have any leads as far as they know. So I think, okay, if you remember, let's go back to the Brady Bunch. Okay.
The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch. Okay, remember they found money, and they had to wait. You have to wait so many days before you can do anything with the money to see if anybody claims it. Right? I think that's right.
So they'll be able to keep it if
I don't know. Okay,
if it's part of investigation though, would they be able to keep it?
Well, okay. It's also unclear if any bathroom cash has been discovered, and of course there's that possibility that there has been other cash drops that were taken by whoever was supposed to find them.
Maybe we don't want to take the road trip and get involved, Becky, because it sounds kind of shady.
It says, so it's still a mystery, and it says, a very bizarre mystery.
Like, I don't think we would want to get wrapped up in anything that,
Talking about dirty money.
Right? Right.
Finding the trash can.
Yes.
Right? No, I don't think so either. I think, but I do believe if the Brady Bunch was right, like when you find money, well, first of all, you try to find the owner. I always try to do that because I have found money before, and I'm always, because I would hate that so bad. And I have found large amounts. Yeah. And so far in my life, I've always found the owner, which I'm very thankful for. Absolutely. Because I think that's, especially if they need, accidentally had misplaced it. So I've always had a good, response on that. But if they can't find it, or if it was left like intentionally, or like somebody doesn't want to let people know they left it, I think you have to, has to be set for something. This is according to if I remember right on the Brady Bunch, that episode.
According to the Brady Bunch episode,
they have to take it, and it sits for a little while, and then if it's not claimed after so many days, then then the person that found it gets to keep it. Okay. I think that's right. I could be wrong. And of course, this is Ohio, so their laws would be different than ours.
So what if the money was found and it was part of some big corrupt criminal event? Then they would confiscate the money and keep the money, right? Well, but then what happens to that money? Yeah. Like, do they give it to the government? Like, does it go in the town or the government's pool of money? Like, what happens to it then? I know. That's where I think
okay, watch us. Look at us. We are really stepping out, okay, on this. This is so out of my knowing zone, okay? I will clearly say I do not know. But I think so let's say you find this money and you call the authorities. Okay, so the authorities keep it. And then and then they put out so many days, and then I think it does go back to the individual that found it. I think so, and then
interesting, because I'm just thinking if it's let's just say it's some part of some big corrupt drug ring.
But how would you know that?
Money.
Unless you know what I'm saying? How do you know that that's the one? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it's just.
Are there any instances where they would keep it? They have to keep it for evidence, but then after the court case is over and it's used for evidence, then what happens to it? Inquiring minds like Holly want to know.
Well, and then are there certain numbers on the bills
Right.
that they could identify. Now that could be something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't know how that
so
stuff
many
works.
different directions to play this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm not going to dig through a public bathroom.
I'm not going to lift the lids
back
of it.
the toilet.
I'm not going to lift the lids of the back of the toilet. To be honest, like public restrooms, if I try not to, but if I have to use one, it's quick.
Yes.
There's
With plenty of hand sanitizing, washing afterwards.
Yes. 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 And with children, a lot of times you have to use them.
And
you know,
I do
that's
not like the public bathrooms that don't have a paper towel dispenser in it. I know it can be messier or whatever, but I'm one that likes to, in public bathrooms, take a paper towel and hold the door open.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, open the door and hold it open, and then throw it in the trash after. Like, so when they just have the, like, blow dryer ones, you can't do that. Right. So then I'm like, okay, I have to open the door, and now I got to hand sanitize again.
Yeah.
I got to get me some hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely.
But I've been kind of that crazy headed since COVID hit.
Oh, and well, you work in healthcare, so
it's like we had to drink the sanitizer sometimes.
Well, and that sanitizer you were using was the same that like the Justice Center here in Salem was using. That stuff was like strong.
Yes.
Yes. No, Holly, what you do, and every day where you're at, you have to think of everything like that.
Right.
I mean, you are, and that's why you are so good at what you do. And I mean that. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Everything, like, it just comes natural to you. You know?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so that's just part of it. Yeah.
Some things just get ingrained in your brain.
Sure. And it's just
you
like,
can't get out of it.
Absolutely. All right, real quick, 10 of the unhealthiest cheeses you can buy. Number 1, you want me to go 10 up? Let me see real quick.
10 up.
Okay. Prepackaged shredded cheese. It's loaded with additives and preservatives. Did not know
agree
that.
with that.
Okay. Now, hang on. I don't even know how to say this. It's called, it's ROQUE FORT, Roquefort. It's a blue cheese that came from France. Again, it has lots of calories and saturated fat. Oh, you know it'd be good though.
It would be.
Oh, you know that.
It may not be good for you, but you know it'd be good.
Yeah. Number 8, pre-grated Parmesan cheese. Fresh is better than the kind that comes in a plastic shaker.
I agree. I agree with the shredded cheese too, though, because anymore, I would rather buy like the blocks of cheese and grate it myself, so it doesn't have those fillers on the outside. It melts better. It tastes better. So
okay, this is another one, and I'm going to spell it because this is from England, and I've never been there. It's called Stilton, Stilton. It's a type of another blue cheese. It's considered one of the world's best cheeses, but not the healthiest. Again, that probably is delicious. Okay,
yes.
These are probably delicious.
Yes.
Number 6, brie cheese. It's the highest in calories and loaded with saturated fat.
I'm not a brie. I don't like brie cheeses that
Brie
much.
cheese. Yeah. Number 5, any cheese that comes in a can or a jar.
100%. But you know,
like Cheese Whiz,
those jars of queso.
Oh, come on! But you know, okay, hang on. You you take a can of Cheese Whiz, and you open your mouth, and you just, we have a blast doing that.
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Yeah.
It's cheese in a can.
Right.
How? That's a party.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cheese Whiz, easy cheese, and nacho cheese. Oh, come on.
See?
No, nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Oh, you know
Can't
it's
give
good,
it up.
Holly. It's just.
I like the little jars of like the, what is it, the Tostitos brands or whatever it is, and it's like the different.
Quesos.
You can get quesos.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heat them up a little bit. Yum yum.
Yeah. Or like, and you have a pretzel.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Number 4. This is from Norwegian. It's called BRUNOST. Brunswald. I don't know. It's from Norwegian. It's a cheese that's got more sugar than most types. It's got a lot of sugar in it. Okay. Number 3. It's called Gloucester. It's a semi-hard cheese from England.
Probably still very good. Probably just bad because of the saturated fat.
Yeah, and it's actually, I guess in England, there's like a cheese roll, and this is what they use in their cheese roll.
Oh.
I just went to a charcuterie board. Actually, it showed us how to make charcuterie boards.
Really?
Yeah, it was, I know, and I make them, remember? But what?
You know I love charcuterie boards.
You should have came to this. You should. It was so much fun because it's fun learning from other people.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Should have, yes, because it was really fun.
I love charcuterie
It was cool.
boards.
So, Let's see here. Osco. Okay, hang on. So that was the double Gloucester. This is called the mascarpone. It is a soft, spreadable cheese that is used.
Mascarpone.
Mascar. MASCAR. Pone. PONE.
They use it in a lot of the food TV shows all the time. Mascarpone.
Okay. See, I've never heard of it. It's a soft, spreadable cheese that's used in a lot of desserts. Keep using it. It's really high. Keep using it. It's just really high in saturated fat.
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, American cheese. It's a heavily processed, full of preservatives, loaded with salt. It's only orange because of food coloring. Oh,
What's your favorite cheese?
whatever's sitting in front of me. No, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I know. No, hello. I do. Yes, I do. I'm so glad you asked. The goat cheese. It's got the purple.
The
Blueberry goat cheese.
Yes.
I could go you have to get that away from me. Like I have to have somebody there so that I don't eat it all.
That's very good.
It's so good. Love the goat cheese. And it did not make worse.
It did not.
Maybe it's halfway good for you.
Yes.
It's the final year of the Rick and Bubba Show. From Calhoun County to radio royalty, Rick and Bubba.
Here we go. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, the gang all here today, and we thank you for being with us as well. Welcome back, Bill Bubba Bussy. Hey, Bubba, welcome
Rick,
back.
glad to be here. Thank all of you for joining us. It is the Rick and Bubba experience.
I know you had a scheduling conflict yesterday. When did it dawn on you that appointment had fallen and been scheduled on a charity charge update?
Well,
When did that hit you?
yeah, I think that should remove any guesswork that I did not want to be here yesterday.
Right, yes. Did you realize that you were missing that?
I did when I looked at the calendar. I thought, well, doggone it.
Yeah.
You know.
The
what a day.
overflow of food we had left.
I know.
You were missed for sure.
Now, that grilled
Did you
chicken
just
salad
see-
was still there like it always is.
Yeah.
Did you just see?
was
Not
left.
anymore.
It was still left over.
Not anymore.
Did
He
you see
ate
your
it this
brother's
morning.
reaction when you brought this up? See, he had forgot that was yesterday, and now that you've brought it up, he just lit up
He
like
just
a
remembered
Christmas
chicken
tree.
in there. He just remembered it's in there.
We need to go in there and tear that out.
And I worried about Greg, your eating buddy, because it looked like that he felt like it was his job to honor you by
Catch
picking up the slack.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah,
I appreciate
much
your
honor
help.
to you.
Yeah.
Right, I'll tell you one thing, so it's good. But anyway, there is some leftovers, I think, from yesterday.
He's going to have another obstacle. Last hour, Bluebell's dropping by.
Oh,
their
but-
latest flavor.
Depends on what flavor it is. Yeah, but Bubba's very picky. See, this is the thing people don't know.
He's lactose intolerant.
I'm talking about that.
He's the most brave lactose intolerant person I've ever met.
I drink dairy products.
for it later.
He'll fight through it.
Your bravery is incredible. Send me to the front lines.
Rick, charge! I've go to the bathroom a couple times. I'm good.
You know I'm lactose intolerant. Really? They'll stop somewhere home, got a milkshake. Okay, wait a minute. I think
Got me a
the
good
word
Dairy
milk's
Queen.
literally in the title. I mean,
got me a dip cone. Got me a little tea.
It's marginal.
Heard him.
It's
2 days in a row is a death blow.
Greg, I need to follow. I needed something sweet because I was just eating some cheese.
Big block of cheddar, mild.
But anyway, Bubba, this thing where like he's gonna go all in. If you bring him the wrong flavor, he won't eat any of it.
No.
I mean, he's very picky. But it'll have to, now, if you get the right flavor.
What is that challenge that people do?
I used to have neighbors that would make fun of me and kid me about it. If they said, hey, we're making homemade ice cream, do you want to come over? And I would say, what flavor is it? And they thought that was like bad form
well, you
to ask
ain't
that,
gonna go
but-
over for something you don't like.
Well, I'm not. I hate to go there and not eat it, but I won't. I mean, I just.
You
some
got to
things I don't
know.
like.
I get it.
Yeah, one thing, y'all
You can't
don't
question
realize this, dude. Never ever think that Bubba is one of these people that'll eat anything because he's not.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
real
you
particular.
find the things he likes, and then Katie bar the door. But
All in.
Yeah. all in.
Growing up, I'd liked, and probably really now, if I'm honest, everybody, it's almost like you can't say it, but I like regular bought ice cream better than homemade.
Yeah, I think you ought to be slapped for that.
I do.
What?
I like this.
I
better.
understand
Yeah.
that.
You're gonna
I
get
do.
booked on
It's a
slap
little.
at five.
It's more icy.
I
You know,
understand.
homemade. It's not creamy.
Well, I think
except that big head Chuck made.
I think
yeah,
I think
good.
you're what you're saying is the room for error is too great.
Yeah.
Because you
Some
might
people do it well, but some
you
people
might
it's too
have
thin.
Billy Wayne and them, and they know how to do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy can
Yeah.
do it.